Damn, that means he must like you. He patted your back?
Yes, I hugged him and he gave me a pat.
Oh, man.
Usually he's just trying to run.
Oh.
So, yeah, I'll take that.
I don't know how I feel about that. You got to be a pat on the back.
You didn't get no pat.
I didn't get no pat.
Whatever little Johnny wants.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about investment in the stuff that we did for him.
In his behavioral
That's why we're broke issues.
Now. In his behavioral issues. I'd rather invest the money.
That's fine. You see him riding up the street.
But that's the most important thing. I told my niece the other day, as a parent, the number one thing that you could do for your kid is say what you mean and mean what you say. If you do and follow
my plane flight back from Seattle.
If you really need to tell them.
This won't even take 5 minutes, but
I don't know why you have to talk about this so much.
Go
ahead.
This was very
You're
traumatizing.
like the only person in the world who anything ever happens
This was
to.
very traumatizing for me. I don't care what anybody
give us your
says.
truth.
Hey guys, if it's crazy,
All right, go now.
wait. Get in there! Oh my God!
Hey guys, welcome to the Family Mess. I'm Noah, and have a nice day.
Good God!
I love the Family Mess. Oh my.
Welcome to the Family Mess Podcast. I'm your host, Ian, and this is my co-host and wife, Nathalie. The Family Mess, the podcast about life with teens and all things adulting. Let's talk. I changed it to teens, so don't look at me like you're crazy.
What I'm looking at you is like you weren't sure who I was and what you should say about me.
What do you mean I wasn't sure?
It's the same thing you do every week.
I'm going to start just having just an automatic. I'm just going to record it once and then just use that on the track. Just one recording at the same time.
Because you sound like, oh, my life with, like you didn't know. And you pause on everything. Like you don't know who I am.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
We need to go visit the doctor.
Whatever. Let's go into it. What have we been doing the last 2 weeks since the last recorded?
Oh God, the last 2 weeks have been super too busy for me. But I survived.
Yeah,
I'm glad it's over. My brother got an award for work. He's like a legend at his work. And so they flew us out. And so I went to, and I had to take my dad because my 93-year-old dad, I'm like, my brother's getting this big award at work. I think dad should be there.
Yeah.
Because my mom can't go, dementia stuff. So I was like, my dad should go. But, dad's 93 and he's having some arthritis and stuff now. So I had to make the trip longer because we were going all the way to Seattle.
Yep.
So I had
That's right.
So I left on a Sunday from here to Dallas. Then on Wednesday, we went from Dallas to Seattle. Mm-hmm. And then my dad needs way more help than I realized. Oh my gosh, he doesn't like asking for help, but he needs a lot more help because of the arthritis. He has it in his hands.
Yeah, man, his hands are swollen and everything. Just can't do anything.
So then we went from Wednesday, we went to Seattle. We were there Wednesday to Friday. And then Friday, we left from Seattle and came back to Orlando.
Can I tell the audience what happened to me on my plane flight back from Seattle?
If you really need to tell
This won't even take 5 minutes, but
I don't know why you have to talk about this so much.
Go ahead. This was very traumatizing.
You're the only person in the world who anything ever happens to.
This was very traumatizing for me. I don't care what anybody
give us your
says.
truth, Ian.
So for years now, I've been allergic to almonds. Well, sensitivity to almonds, but as I've gotten older, I've gotten more sensitive to almonds. An almond is like a nut, right?
I think it's
a
in a
specific
nut family.
nut. I don't know if it grows. I think it grows on a tree. But I noticed several years ago when I would eat it, my throat would get kind of scratchy and itchy. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to eat any more almonds. But on this specific flight, coming back from Seattle to Florida, it's 5 hours and 45 minutes. Nonstop. Let's be on a plane the whole time.
Yes.
So every time I go to the airport, I get these packaged nuts, a pack of nuts.
Right, it has
every
the
time.
coconut,
everything,
almonds.
pecans, dried fruit.
In there?
Dried fruit, all these items that comes in the package. And every single time I fly, that's my source of food, most flights. But I've never done almost a 6-hour flight in years. I think the last time, I don't remember.
Well, you went to
time.
England last time.
Yeah, but that was at night.
Last year? Okay.
So I just went to the store, picked up this package of nuts, and I was eating them just to snack on. And I probably did ingest an almond or two.
I don't know, because we were sitting in two different places. We weren't sitting together.
No, this is when I was in the airport. I'm telling you when I ingested the almond. It must have been when I was in the airport. Right?
I don't know. I wasn't with you the whole time.
It might have been. I wonder if I ate some on the plane. Now I'm thinking about it. But whatever. The whole point of the story is I ingested 1 or 2 almonds. Our plane gets delayed. We go on the plane. It gets delayed. We have to deplane because there's some mechanical issue. So Remember? That's what delayed our flight coming back. So no reaction up to this point. Just, I've already eaten the almonds, no reaction. So we finally get on this plane, and I've already eaten these nuts. It's been like 2 hours now.
So much for this short story, but go ahead.
I don't care. You guys can listen to this. I don't care what Nathalie says. I'm going to try to shorten it now. I'm on the plane. We're up to cruising altitude about 33,000 feet. And I fall asleep. And I wake up and my lip is numb. Like half my lip is numb. My tongue is numb. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? This never happened before. And I start panicking and I feel like I'm going to faint. So I'm wearing 2 shirts. I have to take my first shirt off because I'm getting hot. I'm starting to sweat. I'm getting hot and freaking out. Mm-hmm. So my nose is getting numb. My face is getting numb. I'm thinking I'm having a stroke. But I guess when you have a stroke, can you move and talk still?
Yeah, you can, but it just sometimes your words are usually incoherent.
So I started talking and saying sentences to make sure I could understand myself, and I could move my fingers, and nothing felt crazy. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Should I tell the flight attendant? So I sat in my seat for about a good 20 or 30 minutes, and I started getting this headache, like crazy-ass headache, just from eating, I guess, I don't think it might have been more than 1 or 2 almonds at the time. And it's getting worse. So I'm like, I got to go talk to Nathalie. And I didn't want to do this because I know Nathalie has no sympathy for nobody. So
I do have sympathy when necessary.
So my head is pounding. I can't breathe because my nasal passages are probably stopped up from this allergic reaction to these nuts that I just ate. I go to Nathalie. I'm like, Nathalie, I think I'm having an allergic reaction. And her response is priceless. I said, Nathalie.
It's the proper response.
Let me tell her response. Nathalie, I think I have an allergic reaction. I can't feel my lips and part of my tongue. And she looks at me. And I'm like, I got a headache. She goes, well, here's 2 ibuprofen. I'm like, well, what? She goes, oh, just go sit back down.
What am I supposed to say?
There's nothing I can do for you. Go sit down.
I did ask you one question.
What?
I said, is your throat swollen?
That's right. Is your throat swollen? And once she found out my throat wasn't swollen, she goes, oh, just go sit down. I can't do nothing for you. I can't do nothing for you.
It ain't anaphylaxis. As long as your throat, you can breathe. You'll be fine.
I had to go back to my seat for the next 35, 40 minutes, rubbing my head, shaking in the seat like a crazy person, and passing out because my head hurt so bad. That was my experience. That's the first time that's ever happened to me, by the way. Ever in my entire life.
I know it's a little scary, but, I figured as long as you could breathe and your throat wasn't closing up, that you would be okay.
Yes, I could.
That was my thought process.
I could breathe the entire time.
I know. And you were just being extra. Like,
I don't think I was being extra. But.
I think you were being extra. I think, yes, you had a reaction. But because it was a new feeling, like you just didn't know what to do with yourself. And so you just freaked out on the plane.
Whatever.
And I'm not going to freak out with you because your throat's not closed up. Now, if your throat was closing up, then I'd be, flight attendant. We need if anyone has an EpiPen or something like that, then that's a whole different thing. But because your throat wasn't swelling up, there's no, you're just having a reaction. It's like if I eat strawberries, my throat gets all yucky and my mouth is all...
You can't eat strawberries?
No, not strawberries. I'm sorry, cherries. I
was about to say, damn.
When I eat cherries, I used to love cherries, but it's it's not, as long as it's not anaphylactic, as long as you can breathe, you're going to be all right. So if you get a little numb,
Well, now I know what it is. It's not a big deal, but not... You know what it was? It wasn't the actual numbness. It was the headache that was bothering me. It wasn't the numb lips.
Well, as long as you didn't have the headache of a lifetime, then you'd be fine too.
It felt like the headache of a lifetime. It was terrible.
Oh no, because you would have been more crazy.
You didn't see me in my seat. I was moving around like I needed some help. If anybody looked at me, they said that guy's crazy.
But you did take the ibuprofen, so that
shit
would
didn't
help.
work. That didn't do nothing, man. That just glossed over my pain receptors in my head. That just was a waste of time. I passed out finally, and then once we landed, I was fine. But that scared the crap out of me.
I'm glad you're okay, and I know you
now.
wanted to
I don't
share
care about you anymore. My wife has no
your
sympathy
traumatic
for me.
experience.
It was,
with
man.
everyone.
It took like another 2-3 days for the swelling to totally go down too. It's crazy.
Maybe you should have went to the doctor when you got home.
I might go to the doctor afterwards to see what's going on. I might take one of those allergy tests again to see what I'm allergic to.
Yeah, maybe.
Your body changes as you get older.
Yes, it does. Because I wasn't allergic. I used to eat a whole container of cherries.
I know.
Eat a pound.
I remember when you did
in one sitting.
Because then you'd be farting all over the place after eating all the damn cherries.
Ian?
Yes.
Really?
I don't care. That's for treating me bad on the plane.
Cherries were great. I still love cherries. I just can't eat them at all. I can't even eat one cherry.
Oh,
But the cherries are excellent.
I don't think I can eat cherries. Can I eat cherries? I might be able
I
to
don't
eat
know.
cherries.
Weirdly enough, we have some of the same allergies. It's really weird.
I can't
don't
eat
know.
apples.
I can't eat apples.
I can't eat apples at all anymore.
I used to, but now I think they spray
They
them
got to
with
put
something.
chemicals in there because when I was younger, I could eat as many apples.
Yeah,
Now I
they
can't
put
eat no
something-
apples.
No, because even Noah can't have apples.
I can't
either.
eat avocados.
Nope, me neither.
That's
so
so
I
weird.
don't know.
But I can eat what's that?
Guacamole.
I can eat guacamole, but I can't eat raw avocados. Strange.
But so on our trip though, right? Our flight, I had to leave. I wanted to stay in Seattle longer, but we had to come back because we had to plan.
Oh gosh, yes.
Our sons-
Yes. Oh god.
Our son graduated high school this past week, and I had to get home because he has 2 parties. So I asked this fool, my son, if he, I asked him hoping
2 parties.
that
not one.
that he would say choice B, because I really didn't want to do choice A. So I said, hey, you got 2 choices. A, you can have a party, or B, I'll take you on a trip somewhere. I really was hoping, that's why I kind of upped the ante as far as like a trip somewhere, that he would pick B so I wouldn't have to plan anything, because I don't like planning parties.
No?
I don't like doing all
Yeah,
that.
but you stress out and all the stuff that happens. Everything got moved in the house to the bedroom and the laundry room.
Not everything, but
We went
a
from-
lot of things got moved around.
But it actually looks better
we
in
have
the
no
house.
storage. We have no storage.
But the
has
house,
no storage.
the house looks better with nothing in there. It does look really nice and clean.
Yeah, so he decided that he wanted to have a party.
Oh God.
And I said, fine. Well, what kind of party? Oh, I want a party with just my friends. I said, okay. Because I don't want to have to rent somewhere, because that's going to cost extra money that somebody named Ian Beeson doesn't want to pay.
I paid for it anyway, so what does it matter?
So Ian don't want to pay. No, but if I had like a real party with like the stuff, like normal stuff, you'd be crying.
It doesn't
right now.
matter.
But anyway,
I don't care no more.
You say that, but that's not what you say when I'm talking about buying stuff.
Mm.
So anyway, so he's like, oh, I said, well, how many people do you want to have? Oh, probably about 10 to 15 people. I said, oh, okay, we can just do that at the house. Great. Cut that cost out with having to get a venue. So homeboy, and so then I'm like, well, his graduation's on a Tuesday at 2:00 in the afternoon, which no one's gonna come.
Yeah, that
'cause
that was not good for
I
anybody.
was like, that's a horrible time for a graduation. But anyway, so I'm like, well, why don't we just we'll have a food for people for family and a few family friends after the graduation on Tuesday. So he's like, fine. So I end up now putting myself in a position of 2 parties. So then I'm like, well, what are you going to do for your party, for your friend party? Oh, I don't know, some kind of game. So we end up deciding to have a minute to win it. I gave him the idea. He'd never heard of minute to win it. But basically a game party. So a party where you're just like you're competing in stuff. You're in a team, and then you and your team are competing in different events at the house for prizes or whatever. So I had to, but the thing is, I don't do parties. Like I don't do well with organizing, trying to figure out, like I'm just not a planner.
So you have to get some help.
Oh yeah. So one of my friends was like, oh, why don't you call this other friend, because she's good at parties. And I was like, oh, well, let me call her. So thankfully for her, she gave me like a list of what to buy, like
they came through
the decorations to buy. And then she said to, what is it? Oh, you know what? I should say her name, because they just started a new podcast. They just got a new podcast.
What is it called? The
Sistars
podcast.
Yeah. So my friend Shakira. So Shakira sent me a
shout out.
Hey Shakira. She sent me a Word doc that had like what to buy for the decorations and the games. I was like, oh my God, thank God. But even all the little logistics, I'm like, I think it's something about where I'm at in life with this perimenopause crap. Like I just couldn't get the organization of everything together. So I did like all the basics. But anyway, so we got through everything, and my son graduated, and everyone's like, oh, are you upset? Are you crying? And I'm like, it hasn't hit me yet, I don't think. Maybe when he leaves. But I'm like, how do you feel about him like graduating? Like, how did you feel at graduation? I didn't cry at graduation. I didn't feel anything.
I felt like crying a little bit, but
did you?
I was happy.
You were sentimental?
When I felt the tears coming on, I just held it back and just swallowed.
See, I didn't have that at all. I didn't even feel like sentimental.
I was happy. I was really happy for him. I'm glad he made it through in the end. It was good to see his hard work paid off. So I was thinking about that when I was watching him walk on the stage.
See, I didn't even. But here's the thing, though. Like, so this son has like severe ADHD when he was younger. He was like,
Oh yeah, it was bad.
he was my problem child.
Bad.
Like he gave me a lot. I've had to
bad.
go to 2 parenting
bad,
classes.
Man. It was bad.
All kind of therapy. He got kicked out of what was that?
Multiple.
No, he got kicked out of social skills
Oh
class.
yeah, they said they can't. There's nothing
They
we can
can't
do for
help
him.
him.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do for him.
I was like,
social skills class that you're not supposed to get kicked out
social skills group. He got kicked out.
of. Yeah,
He got kicked out of camps.
multiple camps.
Multiple summer camps, after school care. I
Yeah,
mean, you
man.
name it. This kid was, he was on it back in the day.
It was tough, man. Tough.
And it was very hard. It was very hard. So we've come a long way with him. And I'm saying all that, to say, like, if you have a kid who is struggling or having troubles, just do all you can. Like, advocate for your kid. I had to get we have another episode coming up about ADHD, but I had to get a IEP, like a person who went with me to the school so I could get him different services.
Yep.
And they spoke for me because I'm like, I don't have time to navigate the system, but I have to advocate for my kid. So I just hire somebody to advocate for me and him on his behalf because I didn't know what to do. Which was really good. I mean, it was money well spent for me. Ian was never so happy about all the money I spent for our kid.
I didn't.
But
and I didn't say
I
that.
always tell Ian, oh, you did. Because I used to tell you back in the day, either we pay now or we pay later.
That's a bunch of crap. I've never heard such nonsense.
So
We're going to pay
either
later when we're in retirement with no money. So,
We-
but she doesn't
we-
care about that
we
now.
We invest in the kids.
No, I don't believe in that.
I believe
I
in
believe
that.
in a little bit of investment, but most parents invest too much. And what happens if there's no return? The kid gets to be a bum. Where's your investment
Right,
then?
but the thing is, our kid had problems, so we had to invest in helping with the
Okay,
problem.
that's fine.
That's my investment.
Okay.
I'm not talking about just buying little Johnny, whatever little Johnny wants. I'm
That's
talking
not what I'm
about
talking about. I'm
investment
talking about investment in the
him
stuff that we did for him.
and his behavioral
That's why we're broke now.
issues. In his behavioral issues, I rather invest the money.
That's fine.
Then, right? But for all those parents out there whose kids have a hard time in school, I mean, I had to put my kid in the what is it they call it, the ESE, exceptional student education, for a few years because he just could not focus in a regular classroom.
Correct. I remember this.
He just could not.
That's where he met his friend.
But
His best friend.
But this is to say that like there is light at the end of the tunnel if you put in the work, right? Because we had to put in a lot of work to get this kid graduated.
We didn't even think. Remember the first time he ran that running event? We didn't think he was even going to make it
Well, oh yeah.
Remember
Well,
the first
yes,
time
he
he
did.
did?
He did cross country.
because of his ADHD.
Yes. We didn't think he was even going to cross the finish line.
We didn't think this fool was going to finish
We
the
had
race.
very low expectations, and then he came in like the first. He was in the top like 15.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
were like
yeah,
ecstatic.
What the hell? We saw him come around that corner. We're like, damn, what the hell's going on? I think I cried then more than I did at this graduation now because I just couldn't believe like this kid actually has a chance
Right.
of doing something.
Yeah, and so he's come a long way. Like he had a coach for summer camp. The only camp that would keep him was the YMCA.
Shout out YMCA Lake Mary. You're
Yes,
the best.
that was the only camp
The
that would
only
keep him.
camp.
But then the camp counselor was then his PE coach in 6th grade.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember
And
that.
he goes, oh, and he's like, oh, because we had a conference, of course, because he was transitioning to middle school. And so the coach was like, oh, I remember Noah from the Y, and he's so much different now. And I said, yeah, he's growing up. And from where he was now to then to now. So even from 9th grade, ninth grade.
Yeah.
No, from middle school. Because middle school, I put him in private school because he needed to be in smaller
the last
class.
2 years, yeah.
I wanted him to learn to get the foundations of English, math, and science
Correct.
in middle school. So I sent him to a private school.
That's
'Cause
right.
The county gave some money, or the state gives a little bit of money. So I paid the difference, and I sent him to this private school.
That was money well spent.
And then for high school, he was so sad to leave that private school.
Oh,
He
that's
was
all you
sad.
ever
He
talked
cried.
about.
He cried. He didn't want to leave.
But I think that was the best thing that ever happened.
Oh
to him
yeah,
was
because
leaving
I
that.
told him, I said, "Look, bro,
He didn't want to.
I can't coddle you. You can't be coddled
He was
forever."
adamant about staying at that school. Remember?
Yes, but now what does he say? I'm so glad you moved
Yeah,
me, because at
yeah,
9th grade
yeah.
I said it's time for you to grow.
It is, yeah.
And I can't. You're not going to stay at this school and be coddled. And there was a good school.
It was,
It was
yeah.
a good school, but it was time for him to grow
Correct.
to that next level.
Yeah.
And so he begrudgingly left and went to high school.
Public school,
and
son.
he flunked not all the electives. He flunked the electives.
He did.
I put the kid in construction class to try to help
He
him.
didn't do no
'Cause I'm
work.
like, learn a skill. Like, I don't know what you're going to do in life, but you're going to learn a skill that will help you in life. He didn't like the teacher, so he just flunked the class. So his grades were horrible. Not horrible.
Yeah,
He was always passing because he's an athlete. but he just wasn't in tune with school. And then all of a sudden this year as a senior, I guess the maturity bulb went off and he's like, I can do schoolwork. I can do this.
When it doesn't count.
And he got...
Damn, bro, come on.
He has I looked at his report card. He had all A's. Of course, he had a C. And what was the C in? Journalism. It's always an elective. It's he had he did get, I think, a C in AP psychology. But he took AP psychology. That was a test for him to see if he could pass.
He got through it, though.
Yeah.
He got through it.
But it's dude, how do you, but now he's figuring it out. So now he's off to that next level.
Yeah.
With now that he's graduating. But I just thought I almost feel am I something wrong with me sometimes because I don't get all emotional about stuff. But I mean, I'm happy for him in this moment of his life, and I'm happy that we have made it through.
I'm happy he didn't get no girls pregnant. That's what I'm happy about. That's what really counts.
Yes.
No pregnancies, nothing, nothing crazy like that.
Yes, nothing crazy.
Overall,
he's got a good, the thing is he's got a good head on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Even though, that's why I always tried not to put
restrictions.
No, I tried not to make school everything. You have to have straight A's. You have to have.
Yeah, well,
I tried to put the focus on learning.
That's because you were a terrible student in school yourself.
I was, but I mean, what's the pressure? My brother pressures his kids to get good grades,
but
it's
I
what
agree.
does it do? What does it solve?
I agree with
stress you out.
I agree with you on that 100%. Grades are just one small portion, but that's not going to get you through life as good grades.
Right.
They'll get you a teeny bit, but actually, if you're a hard worker and you're determined,
and you know how to talk to people, that's what gets you.
That'll
through.
get you further in life than getting good grades.
Right. So that's why I never really I focused more on him understanding, learning. Life skills, and I make him read books and
I agree with you on that one.
Autobiographies on people's lives and things like that.
I was a bad student in school also, so that's why I don't give a damn about
that's why I'm saying I don't. But I wish I had
both you and I were bad.
I wish I had put a little more emphasis. So now my younger one, I am yelling at him more about his schoolwork.
We have a chance to redeem ourselves with this younger one. So
I told him blame his older brother because I'm more.
We're on him, man. But you got to read.
But the thing is, I'm making sure he learns.
Yes.
You have to learn. Just because you go to school and you pass,
he just likes to memorize stuff and not really learn it. So yeah.
So that's why I'm
Noah learns it. He reads and learns it and does it. This younger one has memorized it, trying not to learn. So that's where we're trying to get him.
Yeah.
Make him do it right.
Yeah. So that's so that's all just talking about.
Man, thank
after
you, Jesus.
one leaving the nest and what that feels like
man,
now. But
I can't wait till the second one leaves. Oh man, it can't come fast enough. Man, I already have plans in my head what I'm going to do.
But the one thing that I get a lot of flack from people or
I already know what you're going to say.
Hesitation.
I already know what you're going to say.
So people always ask me, so what is your kid doing after school?
Yeah,
no, that's not the question. What college are they going to?
What college? I'm like,
he's not.
Yep.
And then it's crickets.
Oh, yeah.
Crickets.
I've gotten people say, he better go to college. I'm like, he's not. I don't like. We're not.
I don't believe
him.
in that. I do not believe in making your kid or pushing your kid to go to college if they don't know or if they're not really wanting to go.
Nope.
If you don't want to go, now I'm going to raise you and tell you you're going to college because that's the highest thing that you can attain after graduation, right? Or all the work you're doing. If you don't get it all right in high school, then you can't go to college. Or you can, but you can't go to a big university.
It's
you can go to a college.
Correct.
Right. So I've always told him he's going to college, but in the back of my head, and Ian and I always discussed that he could do whatever he wanted to do. If he
we
wanted
don't
to
care.
go. The main thing is you don't have no debt and don't get into debt.
College
That's the
system's a
thing.
farce anyway. It's set up to collect money, and they're hoping that most kids don't know what they're going to do and change their majors multiple times, and they collect more money.
Well, actually, they don't really want kids to stay a lot. Like in Florida, they don't want you to stay in school. The state schools don't because it costs them more money.
Yeah, but they're still taking your money at the same time.
Yes.
I think kids should really be allowed to think for themselves when they're in high school what they want to do and not what their parents want them to do in a way. And I think the majority of kids are going to college because their parents want them to go to college.
Well, yeah, because
not because they want to go to college, but I think because I talked to Noah about this, and he's like, most of my friends are going to college. I'm like, they don't really want to go to college. Most of them, they're just going because their parents are like.
Well, that's expected. It's
if their parents are either paying for them to go, and the expectation is you go to college. But I'm not big on that. I'm like, learn how to function in the real world first.
Well, the thing is, I tell everybody I tell this one story, and it kind of makes them kind of.
I know the story too.
So I say to them, if he's not sure if he wants to go to college, why am I going to send him? I said a lot of kids go and they flunk out because they're just not ready. And I said, I have a friend. We have a college friend that we knew. Ian and I knew. It was one of Ian's roommates.
Yep.
He went to college and he flunked out.
Oh, yeah.
He was super intelligent.
Very smart.
Now he's a PhD in physics.
Yep.
Right. But at the time, he wasn't ready because
Correct.
he was just into other things that weren't school.
Partying, hanging out. Yep.
Right. So I'm like, why am I going to send my kid somewhere where he doesn't really want to go and force him to go and then expect him to actually not waste my money
Correct.
when he could just figure himself out.
Correct.
You know, so most of the time, once I give that story, they're like, oh, well, yeah, I guess I could see. But initially though, it's like we're just been brainwashed to think that college is the answer.
It's not.
And it's not. It's not the answer for everybody anymore.
I would say don't
at
go
one
to
point in
college.
time,
Don't do it.
Well, at one point in time, it was recommended, and I could see why. But the way we're set up now in society, college is not necessary. It's way expensive. If you may not get a return on your investment. I mean, I just keep watching my nieces they're in their 20s now. I think one's 30. They went to college. They all did sociology, which is ology, the ologies are the worst degrees to get. Do not major in ology.
Hey, don't we have a family member that did that and she's doing well?
Do a minor in ology, but don't major in ology. I don't care if it's anthropology, sociology. The ologies are just not good for undergrad bachelor
they're
degree
not.
majors.
It's hard to get careers with those type of degrees.
You could do an ology for a master's degree, but you don't do an ology for your...
you want to get some type of business degree, some technical degree, something that's going to get you a job.
Something that's marketable
make
for
money.
a profession.
Because
right.
all these ologies are, I'm not going to say they're a waste of time, but you can't get paid with
Well,
those
you
jobs.
can, but you typically need a master's level for them. That's
Garbage
why it's better
paid.
it's better to minor in ology and major in something else that's employable.
You get more money working at a department store in some cases than going to college sometimes.
Well, yeah, because if you don't have the skills or you don't have the network,
correct.
those degrees don't pay.
They don't pay.
They just don't pay. I mean, you could look up any study. They study them. They do the government does an analysis or whatever, and they always come back with those degrees do not pay.
I agree.
So
I agree.
yeah. So, but that's pretty much where we're at with this kid and his life after high school.
But you know what I did do before he left to go hang out with his friends for the last couple of days here? I did tell him, I went to his room and I said, hey, I'm really proud of you.
Oh, look at you, good dad. I didn't talk to him.
You didn't talk to him yet?
No.
Why did you wait so long to talk to him?
I didn't know I was supposed to go talk to him.
Nelly, what the heck, dude? I mean, the kid.
What am I supposed to go
He's
talk
still
to
a
him?
sensitive kid. I mean, even though he's done all this, he still looks for our input a lot.
Well, he ain't asked nothing. I ain't told him nothing.
What the hell's wrong with you, dude? Always tell your kids you. I even tell Sam, even though Sam was a pain in my ass, I even tell Sam, I'm like, hey, I'm proud of you making a choice and stepping up and actually making a decision about going to school more, and then picking a sport that you want to do in high school. That's what I told him. I said, I'm proud of you. And then I told Noah, I went into the room one morning, he was getting dressed, and I said, hey, I just want to tell you I'm proud of you making it and graduating and working really hard to make it here. You know, you did a really good job, and you should be proud of yourself.
Oh.
And me and your mom are proud of you. And I gave him a hug.
Well, that's
Nelly,
good.
you didn't do
You're
that
such a
yet.
good parent. No.
What the shit, dude? Come on, man.
I'm busy planning parties, man. See,
No,
you got
man,
time.
shit. This was
I'm
after
planning-
this was 2-3 days after the party I did this. This wasn't before the party. This was after graduation. I went in his room.
No, I ain't talked to him.
Oh, see, you're gonna wait till he leaves again, and then you gotta. The thing is, if you just tell them that every now and then, that's all they need to hear from us. They don't need to hear all this. Oh, I'm gonna cry.
Well, I mean, I told him he did a good job. I'm glad. I told him he's glad. I didn't have
your
like a
problem is
conversation.
you're a great mom. You're one of the best moms ever, but you're hardcore, man. Hardcore emotions. You have no emotions for anything with hugging our kids. Natalie's like, I don't do that. That's all Ian does. What the heck, man?
That's just not how I was raised.
Hey, but those kids, and that's another podcast episode we're going to talk about. But but the kids know how much you do for them. They do. They know. They love you to death. They know what you do for them.
Yeah, so I try to show it more than I like affection. I try to do for them.
Yeah. So they know you love them to death. I mean, but I'm the one that shows them, because I can't show them like you, because I don't do that well. But I do feel it. I guess we're taking opposite roles. Like,
yes.
So
you're
were
the
you lacking the
emotional,
emotion?
physical. You're like
Yes.
more of the physical love, and
Yes.
I'm more of like the
Yes.
emotional.
Yeah. So we've taken on like an
I don't
opposite.
know if it's emotional.
So we've taken
but-
on like an opposite role. Usually the
Well,
moms
that's
are
good.
the huggers and the dads are the get your ass up and go do something. But yeah, I mean, but I love my kids, so I hug them both, and they both like being hugged. Don't let them fool you, especially that Samuel. He likes being hugged. He does.
Okay.
He just doesn't show it.
Well, I try
But he
every now and
does.
again. I got a pat back the other day. He pat my back.
Who patted your back?
Samuel, he gave me a pat.
What?
That's a lot.
Samuel patted your back?
That's a lot from him.
Damn, that means he must like you. He patted your back?
Yes, I hugged him and he gave me a pat.
Oh, man.
Usually he's just trying to run.
Oh.
So, yeah, I'll take that.
I don't know how I feel about that. You got to be a pat on the back.
You didn't get no pat.
I didn't get no pat. Yes, so that's the. I'm proud of him though. I'm glad he made it.
But that's the season of life that we're in with these,
It's so
with these
weird.
kids. But it is weird to have the first one. But once he actually leaves the nest, we'll see what happens.
Man.
Like that may be more of a.
Ooh, that's a whole.
But you know what? He's been gone. Like he went on a trip with his high school friends and like for 5 days, and I haven't really been like, oh, he's not here.
Well, imagine this times forever.
Man,
It's
I must
coming
really
up.
be not emotional at
Well,
all.
I
Because I'm
don't-
like, he's been gone, and I'm just like,
Well, we've been involved in their lives so much that Noah is very independent. We've always given him a lot of independence. So if he's home or not home, we've always given him time to be independent. So now he's actually going to be real. We've never been the parent to hold our kids in the house ever.
well, no,
right?
I want them out in the street living life.
What did your parents do to us when we told them they could ride their bikes around the neighborhood? They got mad at us.
Oh, they
Remember
were
they're
like
young?
in fourth and they were
Yeah.
like third and fifth
Remember?
grade, and I let
Remember?
them ride my bike from their house, our house, to my parents'
Yes.
house, which is like a 5-10 minute bike ride.
Yes.
And they got mad.
Yeah. Oh, something could happen to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's the point? Like.
Yeah, I definitely don't like. What's one of the things I make sure I did with our kids is not to stifle them and
Yeah.
not to allow them to grow and live life. And that's one of the things that Noah complains about a lot with his friends is that their parents don't let them do anything.
Yeah.
They can't go
That's what
out.
yeah, I've heard
They
the same
can't
thing.
do that and this and that. And I'm like, oh, well, I said, you have to respect those parents, and that's
Yep.
their thought. They just live in fear. Really.
Cowards.
I don't live in fear.
Cowards.
I want my kid to go out. And that's why now my younger one, he, since last year, he's been running the streets. As long as I get the 360, I kind of know where he's at.
Yeah.
I let him go. I'm like, you know what? It's for you. You have this right. I give you this privilege, and it's for you to lose it. For you not to do what's right, and then you're not going to get to go out anymore. And I make sure I mean what I say, and I say what I
You've
mean.
done it. You followed through.
Because if I say, hey, you're not going out, you can't come in on time, 3 weeks, you don't go nowhere. Don't ask me.
That already happened.
Oh, more than once.
Yeah. So he knows.
He knows I'm for real. I'm not playing around.
When he comes in, he knows when that sun starts to set a little bit. You see him riding up the street.
But that's the most important thing. I told my niece the other day, as a parent, the number one thing that you could do for your kid is say what you mean and mean what you
Yeah.
say. If you
I agree.
do and follow through, if you're gonna tell little Johnny you're gonna take his car, and you don't take his car, then he's gonna call your bluff. He doesn't have that respect for you. He
Yeah.
won't. You have to have a little bit of fear, a lot of love, a little bit of fear,
Yeah.
and some respect.
I agree.
From your kids.
I agree.
And if you don't have that with your kids, that's when you have problems with them, right? So I make sure my kids, they have a little fear of me because I've done some crazy things, so they do have fear of me. And I make sure that they know I care about them because I do
Yes.
talk to them.
Oh.
And then there's that respect where I give you, you give me. We give and take, so you can have your freedom.
Did you ever beat the kids?
I think I tried once or twice,
I think I did it when they were little,
but
I don't
it
think-
didn't work. So I just gave up.
I-
I'm like,
I
this
thi-
doesn't work.
I
This is
think-
how we were. That's how we were raised.
Yeah,
we were
it
raised.
didn't work for Noah at all.
So that's why I just stopped doing
We did it, but he just kind of. It didn't change the way he did
No.
things. It just didn't work. So I'm like, this is not.
So this is stupid.
Working,
So
yeah.
it was a brief time we beat the kids, but no.
But even when I
it's
beat
because
them-
it's because that's how we were raised.
and even then, when I hit him, it wasn't like.
I mean,
remember-
I'm not leaving marks on them or nothing.
Yeah, it wasn't anything crazy. I think you did it like once or twice when they were little.
Yeah, but it didn't work, so I
But it
just
didn't-
stopped doing
I
it. There's
remember
no
it didn't
point.
work, so I'm like, we got to try something else.
Yes, and
Now you
that's
just
when
take their phones
That's when
away.
I went to parenting classes and learned how to parent. The crime, the consequence matches. We should do a podcast
We
about
should.
this. Yes,
I remember that
because
class.
the pot was that the punishment should fit the crime.
The guy with the Porsche.
The punishments that fit the crime. So if Samuel's coming home late from his bicycle, I don't take the phone. You don't leave the house.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
the crime is you didn't come back in time.
That's correct.
Which relates to you leaving the house. So now the punishment is you don't get to leave the house.
That's right.
So you can't always just say, "Oh, I'm taking your phone," because then it has no effect over
No,
time.
Yeah, they don't do anything. They just say, okay,
Right.
I can live without the phone. I'll
Right.
find another way of
The
communicating.
punishment should fit the
Yeah.
crime, and that's one of the things I learned and what I've always tried to institute with our kids. But
Good.
anyway, I'm done talking today.
Great episode, man. Man, you had a lot to talk about. I didn't think you would, but
Oh God, I could
filled in-
talk for days.
We filled in about a good 30 minutes today.
I could talk for days. I ain't even gonna lie. You can edit that part out.
Join us on all the streaming platforms, Spotify, iHeart, no more Google. What's Apple? What's Apple's streaming called? We're going to start video soon on YouTube. When are we going to start putting videos out so people can see videos of us talking? I think that'd be a great thing for us to do. Facebook Live, TikTok, all that. We probably need to start doing. Should we give them a date?
No. Just
Okay. All right. All right, guys. Stay tuned. Support us, and we'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.
You got Ian. You didn't know that
Come on, man. You can't. All right, man. We're gonna cut this recording.
Did you hear that?
That was nasty. You stink.
I didn't hear
I'm
that.
ending. All right, we're ending because no fart is nasty.
We'll get back to you with some advertising things.
Mess, family mess.